We live in an era where distraction is a commodity and peace has become a luxury few can truly afford in this frantic, modern world. You feel exhausted not because you work too much, but because your mind lacks a shield against the endless fluctuations of the outside environment. Look at the chaos around you, the neon lights, and the digital noise that never sleep, pulling your attention in 1,000 different directions. Now, contrast that with the absolute stillness of a quiet room, where the only thing that exists is the rhythmic pulse of your own breathing. Observe a single drop of water falling into a still lake, creating ripples that move outward with perfect grace and silent, focused power. Today, we will build an inner fortress together through 9 rigorous steps of Stoic philosophy, forging a sanctuary that no external force can touch. Step 1. Define the boundaries of your control. Draw a circle in the sand and recognize what lies inside is yours, while the rest belongs to fate. The opinions of others and the weather are beyond your reach. Do not waste your precious energy trying to change what is fundamentally unchangeable. Step 2. Wake up with the dawn and prepare your mind. Anticipate that the day will bring difficult people and unexpected obstacles to your path. Like a mountain peak catching the first light, rise above the fog of confusion and greet the morning with a clear, rational, and prepared spirit. Step 3. Amor, Fati, love your fate. It is the art of not just accepting, but embracing everything that happens to you as necessary and good. See every challenge as fuel for your inner fire, much like a wildflower that finds a way to bloom through the cracks of hard stone. Your destiny is not a burden to be carried, but a masterpiece to be painted with the colors of resilience, patience, and unwavering virtue. Focus on your internal response, for that is where your true power resides, turning every obstacle into an opportunity for growth and profound wisdom. Imagine the boundary between you and the world, where your will remains sovereign and untouched by the storms that rage across the vast horizon. By distinguishing between your actions and external events, you release the heavy chains of anxiety that bind your soul to things you cannot govern. This foundation of awareness is the first stone in your fortress, providing the stability needed to face the trials that life will surely present. Step 4. Premeditatio Malorum. Courageously visualize the worst-case scenarios so that fear loses its power to manipulate or paralyze your actions when crisis strikes. Watch as your most prized possessions dissolve into black smoke, reminding you of the universal law of impermanence that governs all things in existence. By facing these shadows in your mind, you rob them of their sting, ensuring that you remain calm while others are lost in desperate panic. Step 5. Practice voluntary hardship. Occasionally leave behind the comforts of modern life to prove to yourself that your strength does not depend on luxury. Drink plain water and eat simple bread while others feast, realizing that the essentials of life are few and your spirit is surprisingly self-sufficient. When you choose to endure discomfort, you build a callus on your soul, making you invincible to the sudden changes of fortune and material loss. Step 6. The view from above. Imagine your camera soaring high into the atmosphere, looking down at the tiny, fragile Earth floating in the void. From this cosmic perspective, your personal heartaches and daily stresses shrink until they become mere grains of sand in a boundless, ancient ocean of time. See the interconnectedness of all things, the cities like ant hills and the mountains like wrinkles, and find peace in your own small, significant place. The forge of adversity is where the iron of your character is heated and hammered into a blade that can cut through any worldly deception. Each strike of the hammer is a lesson learned, a hardship endured, and a fear conquered, refining your essence into something noble and truly enduring. The sparks of your effort light up the darkness of the forge, showing the path forward for those who seek to master their own internal world. You are the blacksmith of your own soul, responsible for every curve and edge, ensuring that you are tempered by reason and hardened by experience. This process of intentional suffering and perspective shifting prepares you to stand tall when the world attempts to bring you down to your knees. Step 7. Memento Mori. Remember that you are mortal. This realization is not meant to be gloomy, but to make every single breath precious. Watch the sand flow through the hourglass, an unstoppable march of time that reminds us to live fully and virtuously in the present moment. Ancient statues crumble and civilizations fall. Yet the truth of the human spirit remains constant for those who choose to live with deep intention. Step 8. The Reflection Journal. End each day by being brutally honest with yourself, recording your mistakes and the lessons you have learned today. Let the ink flow onto the page, capturing your thoughts and clarifying your intentions, turning your experiences into a manual for a better life. This nightly ritual of self-examination ensures that you do not drift aimlessly through life, but navigate with a steady hand and a clear conscience. Step 9. Live with Arete, or moral excellence. Ensure that every action you take is an expression of your highest character and deepest integrity. Stand firm like a pillar in a great storm, unmoving and resolute, guided by the internal compass of virtue rather than the external winds of praise. This is the blueprint of silence, a state where the noise of the world is muffled by the profound harmony of your own righteous actions. As you cultivate these habits, you will notice a change in how you perceive reality, shifting from a victim of circumstance to a master of self. The library of your mind becomes filled with the wisdom of the ages, providing answers to the questions that used to keep you awake at night. You begin to see the beauty in the mundane and the order in the chaos, finding a deep sense of belonging in the natural world. Death is no longer a specter to be feared, but a companion that encourages you to treat every encounter with kindness and every task with focus. Your journal becomes a testament to your evolution, a physical record of a soul that refused to be conquered by the trivialities of modern existence. In the garden of your inner life, the flowers of wisdom bloom under the gentle light of reason, protected by the walls of your discipline. Every choice you make is a brick in the wall of your fortress. Every thought, a reinforcement of the peace you have worked so hard to build. True excellence is not an act, but a habit, a continuous commitment to being the best version of yourself in every situation life provides. You have reached the pinnacle of inner quiet, where the external world can no longer disturb the profound tranquility of your well-ordered and virtuous mind. Now, return to the city. Walk through the same bustling streets and crowded squares where you once felt lost, overwhelmed, and completely out of place. Notice that while the world around you remains as chaotic and fast-paced as ever, your inner state has been transformed into something calm and steady. You move with a different rhythm now, a slow and deliberate pace that reflects the unshakable peace you have cultivated deep within your own heart. The neon lights and digital notifications still flash, but they no longer have the power to pull your focus away from what truly matters most. Look at the majestic mountains and the vast, deep oceans, and recognize that the same strength and endurance reside within the depths of your soul. The world will never stop its restless motion, but you have found the center of the storm, the point of absolute stillness and perfect clarity. Do not search for peace in the external world or in the approval of others. It is a treasure that must be forged by hand. You are now the architect of your own silence, the guardian of your own sanctuary, and the commander of your own internal kingdom of reason. Are you ready to lay the very first stone for your own blueprint today? The time for transformation is not tomorrow, but right now. Silence is not the absence of noise, but the presence of internal order. It is the steady heartbeat of a soul that knows its purpose. Take your first step into this new life of clarity and strength. The fortress is waiting to be built, and you hold the design.